recording.
Okay, so this is my trailer, and it's based on a drama genre. It's about a brother and sister who experience go through a hard time, and basically the sister dies, and yeah.
So as upbeat and sort of fun as last year's one, really. Okay, we continue the theme of depression. Oh, that's no bad thing. Okay, before we watch it, do you feel about it? The fun or finished piece?
I feel like it could have been much better, but seeing as I had to restart it from scratch and do it in a week, I think it's okay.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
All right, Ellen, lights please, and let's watch it. And then we'll talk about it afterwards, etc. Okay. Right, round of applause for that film. Thank you. Ellen, the lights. Okay. Wow. I mean, even with the builders talking outside and even with the music, that you still managed to get through quite a powerful emotional punch yet again, Gemma. So I think that's impressive. Right, Bobby, start us off. Some real strengths, and there are lots of strengths with that film.
There are. I really like the soundtrack that you used.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that definitely matched the genre that you were going with. And also the font that you used for the intertitles, I thought that was really good.
See, that's interesting because I didn't like the font. It's personal preference, isn't it? I didn't particularly like the font, but I did like the like you said, the choice of music. I thought the music was good. Was that a found track? Was that a play? Where was that from?
My dad. It's his music.
Yeah, it's really good. It fitted perfectly. 2 years in a row, I think, using music to kind of elicit an emotional response from an audience, I think has worked really well. I'll see if I'll bring out some other points in a minute, but that I liked. Fabi, what do you think were some real strengths from that?
Yeah, music, soundtrack, was good, fitted well with it. The voiceover, I liked that. It was nice, and the words used as well. They were quite emotive. Obviously I like the footage that you used from your holiday. That was good. Like it fitted in with like music and his voiceover, because you could kind of like tell that something's obviously gone wrong, or something's happened. Yeah, apart from that, my only pick would be on the font as well. Yeah, that was good.
Ellen?
Every bit of that is. Yeah, I thought the music and the voiceover was good. I listened to the voiceover earlier, so I could hear what he was all saying. But yeah, I thought it was all really good, just apart from the font thing.
Great. Okay. I really liked the first 10 seconds the best. I liked the fact that the footage started and then you had focus features come in. Thought that was really good. That worked really, really well. And then it went out again. And I liked, and this is where using a couple of different locations really helps. I liked the cross-cutting between the driving and the snowboarding. I think that was quite powerful, because what you were doing was obviously like, this is now, that was then, and it fitted really well in the black and white and the colour, and keep flicking between the two with emotional music on the top. That's the narrative of your trailer. That told us everything that we needed to know about it, really. So I thought that was quite powerful. All I'd seen up to that point was just hours of that footage of you driving around your brother's car, but you pulled it together quite well in the end. I think that worked quite nicely. Obviously, like the helicopter and all that added a bit of verisimilitude at the end, didn't it? A bit of authenticity. That was lucky in some ways. That works quite well too. Okay. Are you still able to improve that trailer, technologically wise? I mean, have you got access to it still now at home, and can you do it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So if we were to change, well, let's talk about the font. Come on, let's talk about the font. The font has split opinion massively. Bobby, what do you like about it? Because me and Fabian don't like it. You and Gemma obviously like it because you've used it. What can we say about the font? What do you think is good about it?
I just think it fit the drama genre quite well. Like, it was, the font was quite flowing and smooth. It wasn't like, really bold or like you were getting an action movie. I thought it just fit the genre quite well.
Yeah. Do you like the style of the writing, or did you more like the fact that it was like writing over writing, or both?
I quite like both.
Okay. Fabian, what don't you like about it? I'm trying to put it to words and I can't quite think.
The fact that it's like someone's neat, cursive handwriting, continuous and flowing. I don't think it should be bold or jaggedy or anything like that. I just think it should be smooth, like smooth sort of font. That's clear and plain, not like out there too much. Just sort of simple and something, because you're trying to keep the audience in a sort of mellow, sort of just. Yeah. This is
I think I agree.
Sort of thing.
Did you base that on a real media text? Here's the clue. Did you base that idea on a real media text or not? That font?
Well, I looked at Charlie St. Cloud and the way they've done that, and Raise Your Voice.
Yeah.
And I also looked at Rachel Getting Married.
Yeah.
And that seems to have quite swirly red.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, if you're basing it on a real media text, and you can maybe, I think you need to present that on your blog as well for the examiner to show you where you got it from. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that would take all criticism away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fine. But I think sometimes with that kind of swirly font, like Fabian says, often trailers keep it very clear, very simple. But if it comes down to a matter of personal taste, then you get marks for it. So it's not about that. But it's just about whether you can actually back that up by saying, do you know what, that font is backed up somewhere because it was used in this trailer, in this trailer, in a similar way. Okay, good. Right, what about, let's have a look at your other pieces, your front cover and your poster, and let's see how they link together.
It's my magazine.
Okay, hold on a second. Turn the lights on. Right, so you've made up this magazine.
Yep.
Talk to me a little bit about your thought process behind this magazine front cover.
He's from social.
Well, I was trying to find a magazine that I could kind of base it around.
Yes.
There aren't very many
Yeah.
and things like that. So
Slightly depressing drama monthly, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I did look at Empire and Film magazine, and kind of tried to take some things from that as to what they kind of include around the picture, and things like that. And then I also think, I can't remember the other one I looked at right now, but I looked at another magazine which wasn't as much action, but it wasn't at all drama. But and kind of tried to apply that as well.
So would this be a film magazine, but a film magazine based on kind of dramas?
Yeah.
Okay. Comments, Bobby?
Well, when I was talking about the font in the trailer, I was referring to the passing by bit there. I did like the other font that was used, but that was the one that I was talking about. So
Right, I see what you mean. There were two different ones, weren't there? I've just remembered that. Yeah, that hadn't clicked with me
so
before.
that's the one that I was referring to.
Yeah, I agree. That is much better than the other one.
But I still like the other one as well.
Why not? And I like the fact you use the font in both. That's nice. That's a link, isn't it? We're looking at links between the text. That is one link.
Yeah.
Good. Fabian, anything to say? We studied it for a few seconds.
Yeah, really good actually. I think out of the magazines that we've been shown, like so far, I think this is the best. I like it a lot. I like the title at the top, clear, bold. I like the little cue. It's just a little thing that I've picked up on myself. I like that. The writing underneath is like the date and stuff, top left.
Yeah, and the website.
Yeah, and the website on the right.
Price and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. It's authentic. Passing by, font's better as well. It looks quite nice. I like how it's just a picture of your brother, and we've seen him in the video as well. So you know, that needs some stuff like that. We're not grinning. It's not too out there, but it's good. Barcode at the bottom. The interview thing on the side of the Fred's room. It's all good. The only thing I would pick on is the bit of writing about passing by, the chunk, because it's quite big, and you don't usually see that on a magazine. So maybe make little snippets out of that. So that's about it. It's quite nice apart from that.
Yeah, once again, exactly the same. Yeah, I think it looks really professional and looks like an actual magazine. Just the paragraph at the side, maybe get like, I don't know, do each little bits of it.
Is that the negatives? That bottom left-hand corner? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, just like the kind of paragraph of it.
I agree. I don't think you need to do much to it, but even just that white bit there is clearly about the passing by film. Then you've got this throwaway line about Lord of the Rings, and that's lost completely. So do you want that to be on a back text box to pull it out the text, or how are you going to actually block that up a little bit? Okay. You're right. Other than that, I think keeping it simple is no bad thing. Any other comments about the magazine? I'm sorry, I was outside for most of it. Any other comments about the magazine front cover?
I think that it's it's supposed to be quite a dramatic magazine front cover. So I like how it hasn't been spoiled by loads of different texts, all around him. I quite like how it's mostly at the bottom, you have the title at the top, and then it's just a picture of the character. Yeah,
I agree. I think keeping it simple and keeping it quite less colourful would be better, wouldn't it, for your purposes. I'm not sure if you would buy picturesque, but I'm sure there's a market out there somewhere. All right, good. Like it. Poster. Talk to us about this.
Well, for this I used Photoshop mainly, and I just got 2 images, and I laid them on top of each other and was able to merge them together.
Yep.
Quite nicely.
I think it works very nicely.
And then, yeah, I have the little phrase in the corner, and then actor's name, title, and then just kind of like
Yep.
people.
Mhm.
And yeah, and then I have a little website address and on the bottom. But, yeah.
Okay, good. Bobby?
I do like the slogan up in the top left hand corner. I think that makes it quite effective. What's the relationship between the mountain and the character? Is that where the skiing accident happens?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
There.
I like it. There's just something about it that I don't like. I'm trying to work out what it is. Fabian, what do you think?
I love the image.
Yeah, the image is good.
They both work really well together.
Really well.
I like that it's black and white as well. Relates to a film again. You don't see a lot of black and white.
Is it black and white or is it sepia?
It's
Sepia, yeah, okay.
Alright, works well for me anyway.
No, it's brilliant. No, sepia's. I'm just going to clarify that. I wasn't sure.
It's different from other things as well. But I've been thinking as well how to put it. I want to remove all the writing, and I don't know. You see a lot of posts of different sort of fonts, but I think for this, just one font would be nice or something like that. Where Chris Poplet, the Poplet writing is nice, and then the passing by writing's fine as well. But the slogan at the top may be a little different or something. Are they different colours as well? Is it like grey?
Yes, they're varying colours, I think.
I don't like Chris Poplet being different.
Yeah, well, I don't like.
Was that on purpose or is that?
Yeah.
I don't like Chris being bold.
It looks a bit odd, but talk to me about why that might.
Once again, I was looking at Charlie St. Cloud post of this, which was similar because they merged two images, and when they were presenting Zac Efron's name, it was bold with the Zac bit, but not with the Efron. I quite liked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the website in the bottom right hand corner. That's a nice touch.
It is. Did they have the institutional information across the middle in the Charlie St. Cloud post, or is that also what you based it on? Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it there, but putting it at the bottom, you wouldn't be able to read it.
Yeah.
I like how every name is Gemma Poplar. It's quite fun.
Pretty much. And then there's Mike.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can see that. Right, I like how there's Poplar everywhere. Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think it's the colour of the writing that bothers me most. But it's grey. I wouldn't have another suggestion myself. But picture's amazing. Fits together really well. The institutional thing looks fine. Just that it's I find it a little odd in the middle. You know, maybe colour of text and possibly font to consider. There's like the Chris thing as well, especially maybe make that the same as the passing by font.
I'll have to look at the Charlie St. Cloud one. If you're basing it on something else, I think there's a good reason why there is, but it does.
This is all personal opinion.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, maybe the original was more successful in that, but you might want to sort that out. Ellen, anything to add?
Yeah, I think the pictures are really good, but then I think the only thing I do is maybe just move around text a bit, so like, obviously, because you've done research into where you've got it from, so you've got like, through the genre, it's all like, it's going to be. So yeah, just saying as what lives in really.
I mean, you know, with Mr. Thornton, you're doing this idea of conventions from real media texts, like what you've borrowed from real media text. This is the kind of thing you write about in the exam. You know what I mean? Charlie St. Cloud, all that kind of stuff. That's what you have to try and remember. This is where the course starts to link together. Okay, good. Sorry, Matt, you're coming a bit late, but I mean, anything late? Yeah, you missed the trailer. Anything you want to throw in for the poster there?
I just think generally it looks quite good. Obviously, what you've done with the editing and everything in it. Because even not watching most of the trailer, I can probably say what sort of genre it is and link to how it looks. Oh yeah, I think it looks quite good.
It's not a comedy, put it that way. Let's put it that way. Okay, good. Right, great. Gemma, final thing then. Having looked at everything together, bearing in mind you've still got, 5 weeks really till it has to be sent off. what would you change? What are the weaknesses? What would you want to improve based on your audience feedback?
Well, obviously I've taken like the comments and stuff, and I'll try and work on the stuff that people seem to not like as much, and try to change things around, I suppose.
Anything, having looked at all yourself with a fresh pair of eyes, anything from the trailer or the poster or the magazine front cover that you think doesn't really work or works particularly well?
I know for the poster, the colouring of the text is quite odd. However, it's very hard to try and get a colour that looks good on sepia. That's the thing.
Well, and also against a black and white background, because you've got Passing By covers both, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's quite hard to try and get a good colour for it without it blending too much into the background. So I'll try and figure out a way of sorting that out, or maybe move the text around a bit. But yeah, and yeah, I try and I think I understand like the text thing on my trailer as well, with the kind of text on text. I'll try and see to that. Well, try and keep it quite simple instead of having that much.
Okay.
What did you end up finishing your trailer on? Did you do it finish it on Premiere or on?
Just iMovie.
How disappointing as a school that you had to do that. Okay. Right, great, thank you.